Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Bob here, and this is another New World video. And I wasn't going to start the video here, but I kind of had to. I'm just approaching a new region, and suddenly the atmosphere and the scenery has changed. And yeah, I just wanted to show you this image. There's like a broken bridge portal leading into a new region for me, and I just thought it looked so impressive that I would yeah, start the video with it. This is what the game does brilliantly, so I wanted to show this. But anyway, yeah, on with it. Hello and welcome back to the video. So before I start the video, I'm going to do a disclaimer. This video is not going to be a professionally edited, tightly scripted impressions video of the game. It's going to be an impressions video, but if you're looking for tightly scripted, professionally edited stuff, this is not going to be it. What I kind of want this to be, I want to show you the gameplay, or part of the gameplay loop. Not all of it, but what's been my gameplay loop. Kind of like in real time, so you can actually see what you do in the game, you know, rather than me editing lots of flashy fights together, which might be better, I don't know. But this is the gameplay loop that I wanted to show you that I've been doing. So I've just moved to a new place called Weaver's Fen, I think it's called. A new location, a swamp location. And the atmosphere is actually very, very different to the other areas I've been in so far, which is what I really like about the game. It does that really well. And I've come in, and these symbols here are quests. They're great because I've picked them up. So this is basically what I've been doing. You go to a town, you pick up quests. But what you mustn't forget to do if you join a faction is pick up your faction leaders quests in this town as well, because while you're out doing the other quests, you might also do these. Some of them you get a lot of good experience for them, like the PvE ones you've got here are kind of similar to the other quests, and then you've got the PvP ones which require you to go to an area and you get flagged PvP, which I might do a video of for a laugh before the preview finishes. I think it finishes tomorrow at some point, but I'm not sure exactly when. Yeah, so pick up all of these as well. Oh, that's 2.91 kilometers away. We'll pick it up anyway. So pick these up as well because they're extra quests, extra XP, and you get faction tokens, so that you can eventually buy rewards. You have to unlock them, and I must confess, like the gear that I've been picking up has kind of been out leveling this gear. And you need quite a lot of tokens to unlock this stuff. So my feeling is this is probably aimed more at your PvP players, which is fine. So if you're doing these quests, you just get much more tokens. So you'll unlock that sort of stuff quicker. It might be a good idea to do that actually. If like when I start the game live, maybe do some of that early on, you know, just to earn some tokens as quickly as possible before I get slaughtered. To unlock some of the the stuff from my my guild, because it does look like pretty good stuff. So that's the gameplay loop. I go to the map. Here are the quests. One of them is right up there actually. So I've never been to this zone yet. I think it's a snowy zone, so I'm looking forward to that. But what I'll do is I'll try and do as logical a loop as I can. That one doesn't really help, so I might leave that one. But we'll start here, pin this objective, then I'll probably come around here, then come back and do these ones. That one's already pinned. Okay, so we need to head south. Our first one is, as you can see there, when you pin them, they appear on your compass at the top. So let's go. Before I go also, I'll try and show you as many of the weapons as I can, but combat quickly is quite heavily based around your stats, your attributes. So sword gains from strength and a little bit of dexterity, magic from intelligence, the ranged weapons generally from dexterity. I've mixed and matched, and I've tried various different things. I tried a mixture of strength and dex for sword, musket, but to be honest with you, it kind of gimps both of them. You know, you're almost better off just increasing the stat for the weapon that you might want to use. You do obviously get what I'll probably do here, you do obviously get synergies I haven't got it with me. That's annoying. I haven't got my hammer with me. Because obviously hammer and sword synergize because they both use strength. Yeah. But I do quite like to have a ranged weapon as well. But I will show you some of the different ones anyway. Yeah, but it's heavily based around your stats. So I'll be maxing whatever weapon I decide to use. And as you can imagine, I've been swapping between them and respecking. I spent most of my gold on respecking, actually. Yeah, but you're better off focusing on the stat for whatever weapon you want. And then I'm going to put the rest in Constitution probably. I don't think I'm going to do a hybrid at this point. Obviously, though, I recommend everyone, as everyone does, this is not new, get live staff. Just for the run. Just for the speed of light movement. Because there are no mounts. So speed of light spell, if you like, does that. So it zooms you forward. Like I think it's full 30... I love this zone, like 30, 40 feet, maybe, based on 40 meters forward for the maxed out one. So get that, and also get the little hill because that really helps as well. Another tip is, I'm not sure I've got this set up correctly, but another thing I found out was if you look down, oh, some dudes here, Lias. Okay, if you look down. Bottom right, you can see some hot buttons, 4, 5 and 6. That's your food. So all the foods do different things. Yeah, but all of the foods give a little health regen. Even like even food that helps you with crafting. It all gives you a little health regen. So and you can stack them. That's something that I only recently found out myself. So stack those. Oh Jesus! Elite alligators there, which I think I'll give a miss to. I did see a mob just back there. This is a great zone. This is an amazingly atmospheric zone. Okay, we'll build our camp. We do need some wood though, which is always in good supply. This is what I love about the game. Just going out on an adventure, setting up your camp. I do recommend setting up your camp near your current hunting spots. If you die, you can resurrect there, and you know you don't get these long runs. Essentially, many a time I forgot my camp and had to run a kilometre and a half back to my point. So we're coming in on, looks like the mobs are about 25 to 30. I hope I don't have to kill those. Some of the stuff is quite annoying. So as I said, this is not scripted. You know, I'm just showing you warts and all kind of real gameplay, and trying to get up this step here, and when it doesn't make any sense that you can't, is quite annoying. So I've kind of been using sword a bit because I quite like the old sword and shield aspect. Part of that is because the combat has got some problems. That's one of the issues, I would say. Oh, I've got a tier 4 hat. Nothing looks more nattier than a pirate's hat. Corruption resistance, extra pockets. It's got extra pockets, which is good for encumbrance. I think I'm going to wear the pirate's hat. Why would you not wear the pirate's hat if you could? I've never seen these mobs before with this stuff on their back. Yeah. Let's zoom past this and go directly to our first hunting spot. I probably should have made my camp here. Oh, I hate the spirits. They're the worst things to fight. Still following me. They do chase after you. Mobs do chase after you quite a lot. It's gone. Okay, so actually what it would do... It would make more sense to build our camp here, so let's do that. Okay, how much further does it want me to go? You can't build on landmarks. No. Maybe I'm between two landmarks, which means that it won't let me build my camp. See if I can find a... No. Okay, no, we'll leave the camp where it is, because I don't want to, you know, my videos are rambling affairs. I don't want it to be too rambling. I do want there to be some focus. So we've reached our hunting spot, as you can see by the compass point. The quests... Hello. Okay. No idea. The aggro is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in an MMO. Like, that guy was chasing that guy, and then he suddenly changed to attack me. That was really weird. So we're going to start off with the sword, first of all. Sword and shield. I quite like stunning things and then stabbing them in the back, which is basically what I'm going to be doing here. So what do we need to do? Let's have a look. Investigate Gracewater Village. Go to Gracewater Cave, which appears to be just around here. Okie doke. Let's go and kill some dudes. Knock them down. Oh my god. Okay, they blow up. So I didn't... that actually knocked him further than I was expecting. So I think we need to go to the cave. Yeah. Hello. Hello. This looks a bit scary. What was that? This looks a bit scary. I need to remember that my shield cooldowns are quite high, so I shouldn't have used that one. So this looks to me like something bad may spawn. But we have got a chest and a note. I won't read the note. You know, I'm saving those for release. I'm going to read all the notes and follow, you know, do some story following stuff. I'm just not doing that at the moment. Okay. Kill Hazel's Wraith. Oh, not a Wraith. They're the worst. Maybe someone has just killed it, so I need to wait for it to spawn, or I need to spawn it in some fashion. Whenever you're doing anything like this, make sure you get a hit in, because... Oh, here we go. Make sure you get a hit in. I politely let the other guys get a hit in as well, assuming that I'm not going to die. Yeah, so we get credit for that. We both get credit for that. Many people, unfortunately, don't do that because they're smeg heads. But there you go. So that's... Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. This game is just... This game is the most amazing world to explore, MMO world, I think I've come across. Second to none. It's just brilliant. So atmospheric, and this is what I've enjoyed the most, weirdly, I have to say. So yeah, so to keep back on track, we've cleared that quest, we move on to our next one. Weavers Fevers, gather chests. Okay, we'll go and do that. Got our travelling staff on. We'll avoid the wraiths because they're just... Fighting a wraith is like herding badgers. It's just... Oh, they're the worst mob in the game I've found so far. Yeah, so exploring, like gathering, I've never been into gathering in games particularly, but this game, gathering is my favourite thing. I can't believe it. Like when I see a new plant, I get all giddy. It's amazing. It's like, and I think the problem is that this game makes things enjoyable, whereas other games will make crafting and gathering a chore. Not this one. Not this one. It's enjoyable. Because there's just... Oh, jeez. I think we need to build our camp again at some point. There's a camp over there, so we'll go and do that. Because everything... It feels logical. Like some games where you go out and gather trees, you can only chop certain trees. Not this game. Every tree you can chop. And that makes sense. Oh, there's a tree. I can't chop that tree. Why? Oh, it's just a special tree. Yeah, you can't chop those ones. I mean, really stupid. We need to build our camp again. Just the camp, just building the simple little things. You know, please little minds, simple minds, and that's essentially what's happening here. Just setting up your camp before you go into your adventure is a lot of fun. Oh, I need some flint. I'm not sure where you come from, but where I come from, I live on the Kent coast, and logically, I'm not sure if there's going to be much here actually. But I need a piece of flint. Like you'll find flint on the coast. Now on the Kent coast where I live, it's quite well known for its flint in the chalky rock. Oh, I've camped near an elite alligator there, but I think we'll be okay. But I've got no flint, so as you can see, I'm unprepared to camp. I won't need to camp, but I just quite like doing it from a role-playing point of view. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. But I can use someone else's camp. I won't spawn at that though, which is yeah. Even the logs on the ground you can chop up. You can chop everything up. There's another alligator there. Okay, so I'll go in and I'll risk a death and a spawn. We weren't that far away actually, were we? Is that a... That is a mob. Let's go and kill the mob. Yeah, so I've never enjoyed like gathering in a game so much as I have in this game, and it's just because things feel logical. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. If you backstab, you get more. You do a lot more damage. Oh, I got to remember that. Yeah, they drop some bombs when they die. That's interesting. I like that mechanic. What do we need to do here? Gather chests for metal. Okay, so I need to look for chests for supplies. Yeah, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But as I was saying, like, I bet there's some flint here. Yeah, there is. I think we'll be okay. I don't think we'll die, even though there are some of these. They're not elites, so that's okay. You can't. I don't think you can stun them. No, you can't. I mean, these are not too much of a problem, though, are they? I should just spam to kill those. It doesn't seem any reason not to. Here we go. Oops! Is he going to blow up? I don't know if he's going to blow up or not. Yeah, excellent. It's the first time I come across those mobs, so got to be careful of that. So we might find what we need from... It says chests, but we might find what we need from these supply caches. Yeah, we have, so that's one. So we will we'll look out for those. Generally, you find them in or around the buildings. So I'm getting sidetracked again, but I did want this just to be like, this is what I've been doing. Terrible. I like to try and time a heavy attack as they come in. I'm showing you. I will talk about the combat. I'm just showing you it at the moment, just to give you some sort of idea of what's going on. Pick up the notes if you're not going to read them, because you do get XP for them. Okay. I'm not liking. Look at that. These gold spirits. Okay. Plague guys. They're a bit different. Just spam to kill that. Here's another chest. Yeah, so sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I understand I'm waffling, but yeah, the gathering is amazing. You running around gathering. I don't quite know why. I think it's partly because the world is such an enjoyable world to explore. But when I come across a new plant I haven't gathered before, yeah, I get really excited. Or a different tree that you can chop. The gathering side of the game, I've really enjoyed. I haven't done too much crafting, but I'm hoping in final release, then yeah, I'll enjoy the. Let's just spam, see what happens here. Okay, yeah, they're not doing much damage to me, so spamming is definitely the way to go for those spirits. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the. I've done a bit of crafting, I do like it, but running around gathering, yeah, I can't even tell you why. Other than the fact that it's an amazing world to explore, and I think that's probably why I've been enjoying that part of it so much. It's just beautiful, interesting. It feels kind of like real. I mean, I've been in forests, and I think it does, well, forested areas, and I think it does forested areas better than any other game. It just feels genuine. Not real world, obviously, it's a game, but as close as I've come to it anyway. The map is telling me I'm kind of moving out of the area I need to look for chests, but there aren't any more buildings over there, are they? No, so we'll stay here. Chests can appear anywhere, so you do have to search for them. I think that's probably... What is that? No, I thought that might be a... Oh, there's a dude. Oh, you can fight that one. I'll get this bloke. Or maybe I won't. Wow, look at that! Oh, now he's aggroed me. I've got that. Oh, I hate these things, these spellcaster ones. They're just annoying. Little bit of a heal. Swap back again. These ghouls are really good. Okay, I'll do a backstab. Yeah. There we go. Oh, there's a chest. Okay, that's what we're all coming for. Yeah, I've kind of now got 3 weapons that I can switch between, but I'll talk about the combat in a sec. I'm just showing you some sword combat at the moment, which is what I've been doing, what I've been using primarily. So look at these windmills, look. Holy smokes. Amazing screenshots in this game. I'm moving out of my target location, and it can be a bit funny about... Yeah, so it can be a bit funny about location sometimes. Like, you'll kill a mob on the edge of a location, but it won't register it until you actually go in and it recognises that you've gone into that location. Sometimes it does though, weirdly, you know. So you have to be. Is it going to let me up here? Yeah, yeah. So you have to be careful with that. But just to finish up on the gathering front, I don't know what to say other than the fact that as I said, I've really enjoyed it. The gathering. Unusual for me because it's never something I'm generally big on. I quite like it in Project Gorgon, but I love it in this. There's our last chest. Get your hit in then. That's it. Oops, is he going to explode? I wonder what's going on there. Yeah, but other than to say, I think partly it's the fact that the world's so atmospheric. But it's easy as well. As I said, there's stuff to gather everywhere. There are certain things you need to gather, special things. Different zones have higher level things to gather, you know, and that kind of thing. So yeah, really, really good. I think night's falling. And this area looks even better at night. Well spooky. Anyway, we've now got quite a bit of a travel over to our next objective. I did want to show you the game, warts and all, but I don't know. Let's travel there. And what I'll do is when... Oh! Sorry, friend, I had no idea. What are these? What the hell are these? Brown fungus. I think this is for dyes. I think I'll get some dye materials here. Brown pigment. Yeah, oh, I've never seen those before. That's a new one. Excellent. Anyway, travel mode on. Let's travel. I'll keep recording. Because as I said, this was going to be like a warts and all type thing. So I want to show you the loop. All the trees are choppable. As I said, you get some different types of trees as well that give you slightly different woods. Mostly it's normal wood, but you do get some special trees as well that I've seen. Hunting game and stuff is very important in the game, particularly turkeys I've found. Because... I'm just going over here to... because a turkey you get like a poultry from a turkey, and that really a lot of the foods require that. Food's one of the things I've been crafting the most, just because it's most useful. Let's show you a little bit of the musket. Now the musket is one I've enjoyed the most. It needs some work though. The combat needs work. A lot of the weapons at the moment feel as though they were designed for PvP, which is what the game was initially going to be based around, and now they're trying to convert them to be more PvE viable, and it's kind of not. I mean, like, musket doesn't have any damage skills in the sense that you use it through your gun, is what I mean. So we've got power shot here. So if I press R, basically that means that my next shot will do more damage. But whereas the bow, I'll show you the bow in a sec. I can zoom in as well. Headshots do more damage. I'm not doing much damage here because Dex is not my focus. So I love the traps though. Like, the traps are really good. Like, these mobs would have been long dead by now if I'd have had Dex. I think I probably need to just switch to although actually my sword wasn't doing as much damage as I hoped there as well. Yeah, but I love the I really love the roleplay aspect of the musketeer. But that's the problem. Like, there are no damage. Like with bow, for example, I'll show you the bow. You've got like a shotgun type effect, spread shot. You've got an area effect attack. You've got an evasive shot, which is a different type of shot. Penetrating shot. You've got rapid shot, and these are all different types of shots with the bow. Whereas musket doesn't have any of that. You've got the traps, which are quite interesting. You can throw a sticky bomb, but everything else is like, so Hunter's Vision lets you see through buildings and stuff for a short period of time. You've got a Feign Death, which is quite good. This is not a damaging attack. This just allows you, it increases your aim, and you reload quicker for a short period of time. And this is the power shot that makes your next shot more powerful. Yeah, so the thing with that is that it just means that doing gun damage, all you do is that, and I've quite enjoyed it. You know, the traps and the Feign Death do make it quite fun. I think this might be the edge of the world here, maybe. Yeah, we can't go beyond there, so I'm gonna have to skirt around. Yeah, but so the musket needs work for PvE. I'd like to see like maybe a shot called Blunderbuss, you know, where there's a little quick animation where your where your character puts a little funnel attachment on the end, and that particular shot is like a spread shot, like a bit like the maybe like a cone in front of you, a bit like the archery shot. That'd be quite interesting. So yeah, so some of the weapons need work. Also, it does feel quite like, so you can see some lands over there that you can't access yet. The world feels huge to me. I mean, I've operated here so far for my 37 levels, is it 38 levels? And many hours I've been playing, and I haven't covered any of this yet here. This is my first time coming to this area. Yeah, so how do we get around there? I'm going to have to go round. I'm going to go right round by the looks of it. Yeah, the world's big as well, and I think there's lots of land that hasn't been added yet. So yeah, really interesting. Really, loads of content as well. I'm finding. You do die if you go into that section, so I will skirt that. Let's go and investigate that down here. I hope you're not finding this boring, but I'm just playing how I would normally play, so you can see kind of what the loop is. I'll use my gun a bit so you can see how it works. You can craft different tiers of bullets as well and that kind of thing, but I would like to see some different, like an AoE type thing for the musket. Just a couple of different types of attacks. Okay, yeah, so we can skirt that and come around to that quest there. I don't think there's going to be any mounts from what I've read, which I quite like actually. And I kind of feel that they might nerf this movement speed as well, which again I don't mind. I mean, maybe you feel it turns it into a running simulator, but I don't mind that when there's just so much to gather. I'm all about the gathering at the moment. Yeah, so combat is very, it's kind of, I would say Dark Souls-y. It kind of is and it's not, but that's what it's aiming to be. And I'll kind of show you the combat when it doesn't go perfectly as you want it to go. I don't seem to be missing anything here. I'm always on the lookout for new stuff to pick or chop. Moving into a wooded area here, which is so atmospheric. I had a quest where I had to go and hunt some elk, and it was in a wooded area like this, and it was just so so immersive. This game is super immersive. I love this here. It's like a little river course coming in. I wonder where the river goes. Oh, the river actually, look at that river actually travels in quite a lot to that area there. Awesome. Let's carry on going. I haven't even touched the faction system much, or the company system, or the, you know, the fighting over territory system. It's got all that. I haven't even looked at that yet. Looking out for iron veins as well, or silver maybe even, because my mining is not too high, and I'd like to get it higher before I go into high level zones to get some of the higher level ores. So I think we're approaching our place again. Let's put that camp here. I've still got no... Oh no, I've got a flint. Okay. You can chop a tree to get wood, but you do get quite a lot of wood from a tree. What I normally do is, when I'm heading back to town to turn my quest in, if I've got enough... this is going to be a massive video. I'm recording it in a high resolution as well, because YouTube just absolutely craps on the quality of the videos, which is quite 1080p ones anyway. Oh, there's a grey wolf. There's a dead grey wolf. I should skin him actually. You get different tiered tools as well. So skinning, I've recently got a better one, so my skinning skill is higher. I hope you're not bored with this. I'm just showing you what the gameplay loop is like for me anyway. This is actually what I do. Okay, a little fort here. Yeah, to get back to the combat, it's kind of Dark Souls-y. It does have some problems. There's a lot of pausing when you use abilities, and if you don't like that, you're going to find the combat frustrating. So I'm going to cast a spell, and immediately after me casting it, I'm going to start moving my character back. Okay. So as you can see there was a pause of a couple of seconds before I got control of my character back. Combat is like that. It's very much, you stand in place for an induction. Some of them, I think it's the fire staff. Some of the pauses before you get control of your character again can be quite long. You can kind of roll out of stuff and that kind of thing. I know some people, some PvPers mainly, have been working on that, trying to work out what the most efficient way of doing it is. But you do get pauses, you know, so that is how combat works. You also get into fights, not this one, I think this one will be pretty easy. Let's use my F skill, because that... oh, these guys are only level 12. This is a skill that lets me shoot off 5 bullets quicker. Yeah. So I mean, I found Musket to be quite viable. It's a drops from these mobs. Certainly, if you pump your decks up, yeah, you can kill 2 or 3 mobs before they get to you, particularly with your traps. see the reload as well. That's it. Your character will walk while you reload. If you start running immediately after you shoot, it won't reload. I've made that mistake a number of times. Let's switch to bow. Let's show you some bow work. There we go. Bow has your gunshot. It also has. Oh no, that was the wrong skill. It's also got area effect. There we go. It's also got like a shotgun type mode, which I'll show you in a sec. Headshots for everything, do more damage. That looked like a headshot, but all that was. You can also shoot from the hip if you get stuck. Let's show you, there's a berserker up here. Let's show you the shotgun. So the shotgun fires out, I think it starts off by 3 and you can upgrade it to 5. It shoots them out in like a cone in front of you. And then you can actually, if you get close enough, you can get them to hit. Yeah, you can get all of them to hit the mob, and it does a ton of damage. If you're specting decks, then yeah, it does a ton of damage. So that's what I'd like to see Musket have. Just a few more options for something different other than just aiming and shooting. It can be a bit frustrating. So if you're a Dexter, what does quite work well with is Hatchet. Because Hatchet has 2 modes. It's got a spammy melee mode, or it's got a throwing mode. And the throwing side of it, damage is also increased by your dex. So you get a nice synergy there. So if we then switch to dex, I've got a couple of oh, that was a heavy throw. I've got a couple of throwing options as well. Oops, not like that though. And there we go. A headshot. That was a lot of damage. Maybe the dex throwing is based off of my strength as well. So maybe it's interesting. I thought it was based off of your dex, but potentially it's not. That's interesting. No, that's a lot of damage. So I think I've just found out something new for myself. Oh, holy smokes! Excellent. So that means that sword and hammer synergize well with axe, no matter what you're doing with your axe. Oh, that's good. I had no idea. I really didn't know that. That's good to know. So I can do axe plus sword for strength synergies. Excellent. Is there something here? Oh, woodland turkey. Oh, sorry, friend. They were low-level mobs, but it does look as though the axe throwing is scaling up with strength, which kind of makes sense. I think bow. It kind of makes sense that bow is somewhat strength-based as well, but that's quite good to know. I've just found that out. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to do the rest of my rounds, and then we'll go and turn the quests in, because this has been a long video so far. And I'll come back, and I'll talk a little bit about the quest system as well. So I've just found some berry bushes, and I'm just picking berries, because that is what the game's like. You just stopping and gathering stuff. It's just so much fun. Yeah, I got myself some berries so I can cook myself some different types of food, I think. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you some berries. Hello guys, welcome back. So I thought I would show you a bit more combat. I thought I'd show you a bit more combat where the situation is not ideal, you know, because like with sword I've worked out a format where I can just kill the mob, keep them stunned and just kill them before they can hit me essentially. But combat can be quite frustrating sometimes, and I fought against it quite a lot. And most of that frustration comes when you're fighting more than one mob, because you will get kind of stuck in place, and if you've got no cooldowns, what can often happen is that you're kind of running around looking for opportunities. Yeah, so then you get another mob coming. You can roll out of the way. Your ability to roll can depend on So now I've got more than one mob. So your ability to roll can depend on the weight of your arm. What I've found is that most weapons can hit more than one mob at the same time. So if you get them in front of me with my sword, a heavy attack will... yeah, see, these mobs are quite low level, so it's not like they're... it's not like they're really going to do me that much damage. But what I have found... I've got to kill these guys anyway. What I have found is, particularly with, like... I was quite enjoying the magic, but it did become frustrating because a lot of the fire staff abilities meant you were just standing in place for 1 or 2 seconds after you use them. So it became a bit like... the game can become a bit like Benny Hill. Now when it flashes there, that's called a grip move. And I think what that means is that it will... that attack will just go through anything you're doing. So... yeah, it's like an unblockable move in a way, unless you've got a shield up. I think what it then does is then it will stagger you. It will take all of your stamina away. Let's try. I was glad. I'm quite happy to find that the throwing axe is based on strength, because as I said, you know, it wasn't doing this much damage before when I had it on dex. I just thought because the other ranged weapons were dex, this was dex as well, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I've got to gather chests as well, so let's have a look. Could go over there. Let's see if I can get the chests up this side. Let's have a look at weapons. What other weapons have I got to show you? I think I showed you everything pretty much. Fire staff. Alright. Maybe you'll see what I mean. Let's use the fire staff. Fire staff's got some great AoE actually. It's got like a flamethrower ability that I really like. That's quite fun. It's got basic attacks as well. Wow. Oh, there we go. Need to aim just above its head. But I mean, this is quite a high level staff, you know, for me. And with no points into int, yeah, the spells just don't do that much damage. This is kind of what I got slightly. If I can pull 2 or 3 mobs here, this is kind of what I got slightly annoyed at with fire. Fire does work. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's just when you're just rooted into place quite a lot when you're using the abilities. And I guess that's partly maybe because I wouldn't say the damage was that high. So you can time this stuff better than that. I love the flamethrower. That's brilliant. So you can time stuff better than that. I didn't. Run away and let them kind of run into your wheel, and it will kind of knock them back a bit. But yeah, I was stuck in place. I was trying to move then, and I was stuck in place for a period of time. And some of you just might not like that style of gameplay. You know, that just might be a thing. And you do spend a lot of time running around. It is very Benny Hill, the Fire Mage, and the Life Mage actually as well. But I think what you would generally have is probably have light armour on, so your ducking and weaving would be better. I was having problems with mana until I found out that the ability that I've got on Q here, if you kill a mob with it, it replaces some of your mana. So yeah, so that was pretty decent. Flamethrower. So these mobs are a lot lower than me, but bear in mind that if I'd put points into intelligence, you know, this fight would have been over. It's not worth doing that at the moment because the hitboxes on that are really small. So that's Fire Mage. I did do Fire Mage a bit to do some AoE levelling. I found this spot where there were loads of people there and they were all doing AoE levelling because there was loads of undead. So I did do that. That was quite fun. Let's go back to... let's do Musket. I do like Musket. Musket bow. I quite like the whole trapper hunter type thing. It's quite good. This is quite a high level gun, so I'm doing even with no points into dex, I'm doing a fair amount of damage. Oh god. Okay, fellas and gals, guys and gals. Okay, we're going to fight a shield boss. Oh, a shield elite as well. Holy smokes. Okay. Mobs with shields are a nightmare. Basically, it's not worth me shooting here. I could have used my 5-shot actually. Oh, I need my sword. Holy smokes, that's bad news. I need my sword really. I guess you can break their shield, but it's quite difficult. Yeah, so I can run around Benny Hill style and just try and shoot them in the back. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea though. Try and just goad them into you goad them into attacking, and then you try and hit them in the back, or where they're not protected, basically. I'm hoping there's going to be a spear weapon, because I would like that a lot. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we should be better off here now. Goad him into attack. Oh, so I've finally managed to break his shield there. That was quite difficult. So this can sometimes be the combat, you know, like the cagey Dark Souls type thing. And if that's not your thing in an MMO, you're not going to have a lot of fun with it, I guess. But I must confess, I do like it a lot. Let's see if we can finish him with a flourish. I love that when he taps the spear on the ground. I was about to say, can we finish with a flourish? Will this break his shield? No. Oh, it will. Oh, damn. Okay. Sometimes the hitboxes are a bit off. Is he still stunned yet? Right, let's finish this fight. It's gone on long enough. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just let him keep poking me. Okay. So combat can be a bit like that, which I don't mind, but it can be quite cagey Dark Soulsy depending on what you're doing. It's mostly a problem against the shield guys. They can be, particularly if you're a new player, the shield guys can be really annoying. Also, from a leveling point of view, you go up levels, but the more you use a weapon, the better you become at it as well. So, yeah. Ah. It looked like I had that one. There we go. So we're still looking for a couple of chests. This one here. Yeah, so I'm trying to give you an idea from all angles of what the combat can be like. These archers are horrible. There we go. Got him. The axe is a bit of a thingy weapon, a bit OP. Like in melee, you can often just, particularly in PvP, you can just run into someone and just keep spamming it and they die. They just keep getting staggered. So it can be annoying. I'll try and show you what I mean here. I did a lot of damage. That knocked him over as well. Yeah, so the grip moves you can't do anything about. But quite often you can just run in and just stagger someone, essentially. Just keep staggering them and they don't get an attack in. So I think that will probably be nerfed at some point. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Yeah, I don't think this is how they want the combat to be from a hatchery point of view. So, yeah. So I was just looking for another chest. So yeah, again, like, you know, the video's extended even more. Huge video. I'm going to stop here. I hope and I'll talk a little bit about the quest system at the end, just briefly, but I hope you've got some idea of what the gameplay loop's like, how I've been playing it anyway. And there are some systems that I haven't even touched yet, so yeah, I'll be back to finish the video at some point soon. Now friends, welcome back to the end of the video, and I thought I would just finish off the video with this shot here of this amazing stone structure. One of the other great things about the game is the sound design as well, particularly if you've got a pair of the sound stage on your headphones, quite wide. Here, listening to someone else firing a musket in the background is really atmospheric. You get like a lovely snap and then like a bit of an echo. Yeah, really amazing. But anyway, I've finished my round. I'm just heading back to turn my quests in and then see what else is available for me. Yeah, sound, particularly if you've got wide soundstage headphones, as I have, is amazing. I'll sum up the quest system just at the end for you, just to give you an idea what it's like. Excuse me, mate, could you go and kill some undead type things, loot some chests? No problem, I'm your man. Come back to the same bloke. Could you go to this place, kill some more undead, loot some more chests? Yep, no problem. I'm still your man. Some way into the game, few levels in, you talk to a different NPC. Can you go to this place, kill some undead, loot some chests? I've already been there. Can you do it again? Okay, I'll do it again. Go and do it again. A few levels later, would you mind going to this place here, kill some undead, loot some chests? Look, this is the third time I've been there. Why am I doing this? Well, it's for me. You know, you've done it for other people. I now want you to do it for me. Will you please do it? Okay, I'll go and do it. That sums up the quest system in a nutshell. There are some really brilliant quests. Some stuff that I've laughed at, and some quite interesting ones as well. But that's the general gist of the quest system. So that's also something that people might not like. I don't know. It hasn't been too much of a problem for me because I'm enjoying the gameplay loop of going out, getting quests, going out questing, collecting, gathering, then coming back again. You know, I've loved that. So I've got an actual magic. I'm getting a magic fire staff here by the looks of things. Yeah, so he basically now wants me to go to a different place, probably kill the same undead and loot the same chests. Although I did get a marksman shirt. Tier 4. So yeah, I'm starting to get the big boys equipment now, which is so I've got a blue fire staff. It's got an empty socket. It's got plus damage. I think it's got plus damage. My other staff's got lucky on it. No, my other fire staff has got lucky on it. Yeah, it is much higher score though. So I think I will salvage that for some fire wisps and some resources, and that's my new fire staff. So there you go. I know it's been a long video. It's kind of been a warts and all thing. Even if you don't like my gameplay, you think I'm rubbish at it, whatever. You know, it's giving you an idea of some of the gameplay loop. As I said, there's so many other things I haven't gotten into yet. Territory standings. You know, like your standing in a territory goes up, and you can choose a bonus. I've just been choosing the ones that I feel will obviously help me short term. I've got two. We'll go for some XP gain as well. Yeah, but that's something to look into. There's probably an efficient way of doing that. As you can see on the map, there are companies and factions that own the areas. I know this Fire Nation company or guild, if you want to call it that, I've got a lot of the area, but I've noticed that the green faction here, Devil Inside and After 5 guys, have got 3 territories. Fire Nation's still got quite a lot. Yeah, whereas the faction that I'm in, the guilds, the companies within the faction I've got are holding 2 territories at the moment. These are neutral, I think. You can't claim these. I can't wait to go up here. I think these are high level, but they are snowy environments. But anyway, that's enough. I've had enough. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.